It says I'm live. Ha ha ha. Let me put this down. Anybody coming to the house? I'm just piddling around today. Thought I would jump on. Whoop. I'm doing a lot of I may be crooked. Or y'all may be crooked. Hello, Heather. How are you? I'm doing a lot of moving right here. Give me First of all, can you see me and can you hear me? Jennifer, Kelly, Julie, oh my goodness. How are y'all doing? I just jumped on here and said, Helen, Sharon, Kim, hey y'all. How are y'all today? I know we were over at D's, but I thought, well, I would just jump on and see if anybody was out there that wanted to talk to me for a little while. Now I'm looking over here because I have to keep up with y'all. Oh, Sharon, hugs to you. What's going on now? I guess we're most of y'all over at D's. Kelly, you were late. I know. I can't make it to a lot of. Oh, well, good. Yes, if he's fixing the mower, then get it fixed where you can mow, but be careful. I'm going to quit knocking this thing around here in just a minute. Let me get it back centered. Oh, Heather. Well, my goodness, I thought you were there. Well, I'm glad you came over here. And Kelly, I'm not pushing you away, but whenever you have to go, if you got, I understand completely. So, my nose is itching. Oh, you're doing the bag of day hats, Kelly? Well, that's great. Well, how are the rest of you doing? Kim, how are you? And Helen, Julie, and Jennifer, and Sharon, and who else have I missed in here? I hadn't started doing Bag of Days hats, but I was going to. I just got behind. I got my yarn in and just hadn't done it yet. I thought, well, I'll go back in a day or two and catch up on all of it. Well, good, Kim. I'm glad everybody's fine. Crochet Nana, hey. Listening and lurking. That's fine, Julie. That's just fine. Jan, how are you doing? I'm so glad to see y'all. I may look crazy here. I just kind of set it up. Cynthia, hey. I'll sit here and start doing stuff with my hands and start being crazy, but a basket to hold. I've got in that yarn that I showed y'all the other day from Ice, that recycled cotton, and I'm going to do some baskets. I think I'm going to do some little throw rugs for my bathroom, but I got it to do and I'm going to go back and get a few more colors of it too. That stuff is $2.98. Of course, I know you have to add shipping onto it. Angela, the crafty fairy godmother, how are you today? Have you been okay? I know you've been having a lot. Am I yelling at y'all? I just get but I know you've been having some problems. Have they been doing the Nerve blocks, is that what it is? In your neck? Or is it in your back? Kathy, how are you doing today? Well, you go right ahead and listen, and we'll be here. I thought I was going to try my best to get on here right at 3:30, but it was a little bit after, so. Yeah, hey, I'm so proud y'all are here. I was like, well, nobody might not show up. Mary Ann, hey. I'm so glad you came by. Somebody needs to be a moderator in here, I guess. And Kelly, you gonna leave. Mary Ann, if I make you a moderator, is that okay? I did it and didn't ask. I may have hit the wrong person. I hit Jenny. Jenny, that's fine. Hey, or no, who did I make a moderator? Jenny's already been. Oh, well. Marianne, are you going to be around for a little while? Yes, I did make you a moderator. If you have to go, that's fine. I'll just, I've got several others, but the ones that I've made, Jenny came in, so that's great. Darla, hey, how are you today? I'm so glad y'all came. Yes, you got a blue ball gown on. You're not running around without one. How that's that? What'd you say, Kelly? I missed. I get to looking. Who have I missed in here? I got to go down through here and catch up with my. Oh, Helen, you got some mystery bags. Okay. Hey, Jennifer, I'm going to click on you, okay? Maybe, yes, I did. Did it right. I keep hitting y'all. I'm sorry. Karen, hey, how are you today? I'll lose. I know, Marianne. I'm just in a few lives. Me? No, I haven't. I haven't come up with what I'm gonna do with a lot of my stuff. I've got a lot of pretty yarn, y'all, and I've got a lot of things in mind, but I'm just not sure yet what all I'm gonna do with them. So, but I will come up with something, that's for sure. What all would y'all do? Have y'all who all seen my latest video? I know Kelly did, and I know my mind went blank. I saw. All right, Cynthia. You need to do your channel. If you're thinking about it, just jump on. Rebecca, hey, Fabergé, how are you doing today? Well, Jan, that's okay. I appreciate all of y'all coming. Thumbs up if you hadn't hit the thumbs up. We'll get the, as Kelly says, let's hit the hitchhikers. But I'm so proud. I just sat here and I thought I told Mr. Knott, y'all. He's officially Mr. Knott now. I told him that I called and I asked him, I said, where in the world did you run off to? And he had went over to take the lawnmower over to my daughter's house where they could cut the grass. So what way are you talking to me, Kelly? That ice purple, it's a 4-weight. Are you talking about this? Is it me? This is what I got in yesterday. Isn't that pretty? And it's so soft and it's silky feeling. Yes, thanks, Kelly. Sandra, hey, how are you? Have I missed anybody that's... Yeah, that's a 4, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I decided I needed a few different colors besides... Thanks, Sharon. It's pretty. I didn't know exactly how that was going to be. It's called the... I'm sorry, I'm doing it's the Rockabilly Colors is the name of it. And there's 8 balls in the pack, and it's 125 meters on each ball. Have I missed anybody here? Y'all say hey to me again if I... Darla, what have you been up to? And then these 2 yarns that I got in the dark teal, and then this salmon. This is a 1, but I'm going to put this with some other... You can barely see that, can't you? I'm going to put this together with some others. I'm not sure. This is 100% acrylic, and some of the yarn that I got the other day was cotton, and so it's upside down. So I'm going to put this with some of that other yarn, and I'll crinkle this over here. That might be too loud. One more time, see if that showed. Yeah, that's the dark teal. I thought that was beautiful. And all my other yarns put up over yonder, and I can't get to it. I didn't think about having it. Okay, y'all, I'm making a shawl with that gray and pink, and it's coming along. It's going to be pretty. It's just plain, but it was one of the hobby whatever patterns, but it was just a plain pattern. But a summer top with this, what y'all think? Chris, hey, how are you today? I'm so glad to see you. She's a Cynthia King with pneumonia. Oh my goodness. She doesn't have the virus. Let me catch up. Oh, hey, Trish, crocheting around New Zealand. Wow, I'm so glad you're here. Gorgeous. Well, thank you, Kelly. I think it'd be a pretty... Just, I'm going to look at some patterns and kind of get some ideas. Oh, Spin Right did call you, Sandra. Well, I saw on there where they had put that they were just overwhelmed with the orders and everybody was going to have to wait, and that they would do their best to get back to everybody. So I thought, well, I'll look and see what all goes on. So I really... Oh, Wildflower Loots. How are you? Well, I appreciate you stopping by. I truly do. And I was just looking at y'all. There I go again, knocking y'all all over the place. Y'all, I've got 3 pages of everybody's name. And I look at these and I know that I remember people, and then I come on like this, or I'm on trying to talk with somebody and I can't ever remember anybody's name. And Wildflower, I don't have your name down here. I think y'all know what I do. I write in my one of my notebooks. I'll write down names when I find out what somebody's name is, and then they're wrote all through my notebook. So I have to go back from page to page to page and see where I wrote it down. So I love that teal too. That teal is just one of my favorite colors. But I'm going to look around and just look over some summer tops. Cynthia, I keep knocking this little table, and I moved my paper, and I just shaking y'all up. I'm going to do my best not to do that no more. I'll sit right here and stop. But I'm going to look around at some tops, like I said, and then hopefully I'll either find one to make, or either I'll come up with one to make. So yeah, that's a good idea, Trish. Just make up a name for, I'll say whatever. I know. Well, I've got y'all on my Chromebook because I don't have enough. I don't have 1,000 yet to go on my phone, so I can go on with my Chromebook. And I've got just a little flimsy table I have y'all sitting on. So when I moved that paper, it was half under the Chromebook. And that was, let me slide back here. I put my glasses on, y'all, and I've got to get I've been crocheting with this crochet hook. Have something in my hand to play with here. I've got to get my eyes checked because I can't see. I come up here and then I'm like, hey, y'all, to try to see who all's talking and what's going on in the chat. So, Connie, thank you. I appreciate that. So, wildflower loops, if y'all don't know, I've wrote it down before, but there I do it again. It's not on my list, but I'm going to remember from now on, Connie. Next time I decide to go live, I'll be going, now, what was your name again? I think for an old woman, I've done pretty good remembering names. My memory's awful, y'all, but I've been doing my best because, I don't want to, because I know all of y'all and I see all of y'all around and y'all come to my channel, and I hate it when I don't know y'all's names. So I do want to know your names. And I think most of y'all, I do. So yes, I've got to have Chris, my memory is awful. Thank you, Kelly. Y'all please hit the thumbs up. It says there's 26 here and 21. Y'all did good. I'm sorry. But yes, my memory. Carol, how are you doing? I'm so glad you stopped in too. Carol Ashworth. I'm seeing if I can read right here. 10 years, Kelly. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I wouldn't. Teresa, I'm so glad you came in today. How are you, darling? I didn't get to say much to you over at Dee's except for hey. But I hope you're doing okay, and I hope your son and husband's doing well. Well, it's kind of hard remembering everyone. It's just a channel name. It's hard to remember everybody's channel's name, and I hate it when I don't. I just feel so awful because I know your channel, and I'm sitting here going, Karen, you've got to know the names. You know it. But then, I'm like, hmm. I get on and my mind goes blank. And Crochet Nana, I'm sorry, what is your name? I know it too. But you're one. I was looking at you at these and I said, what's her name? Crochet has kept thinking, what's her name? If you don't mind telling me, I will, and I'll write it down on my paper. Not right now, so I don't knock y'all off the table. Michelle, thank you for telling me. I know it, Cynthia. I know a person, but y'all, I do this to friends, and to people that I have known my whole life, and I feel terrible when I come up to somebody and I start talking to them, and I'm like, yeah, and we're talking about something, and in my head, I am thinking, what is her name? Good grief, I've known her a lifetime, and their names will just be totally gone. Just gone. Okay, Kelly, I understand that. It's hard when, the one check, it's kind of hard to spread it out on everything you need to go do. And that's just, that gets kind of bad. And I understand completely. I just haven't had my eyes checked, and they put me last year on a medicine that they said told me to go get my eyes checked because, hey, Karen, sorry, I'll tell y'all that in a minute. Tony, hey, how are y'all, Karen, Crocheter, and Auntie Vern and Tony? Am I missing? Leanne, oh, goodness, I'm so glad you got here. How are you doing? Well, I'm so glad all of y'all got here. I didn't know if I'd have anybody or not, but I thought, well, go on and go on. Just do it. So y'all got me here for a little while. Oh, Cynthia, I know I don't, I come, well, used to, I don't get out very much without Mr. Knott anymore. But used to, I'd come home and I'd be telling him, so and so, and I'd go through their whole family, and he'd go, oh, that was Barbara or whatever, and I'm going, couldn't the whole time remember it. So his mind kind of comes and goes, but names is something he remembers. Like people, everybody in town, we live in a small town, and everybody in town, he'll remember their name, and we'll walk up to someone together and they're like, I just saw Kelly, are you going to have to go? Okay, well, you just tell me when you got to go or leave or whatever. That's fine. I'll get me something, some way to hack into your computers and make you watch. Wouldn't that be real funny if every day? No, it wouldn't be funny at all. But as I always tell y'all to keep coming back, I just please. That's all I can do is say please. And I hope you enjoy it. I don't want to make anybody feel obligated. Oh, you're still good. Okay. Well, Well, thank you, Rebecca. I love all y'all. Geraldine, hey. Well, good. I'm so glad because I never know with this little Chromebook. I got it back right after Christmas, I think. And it does make it easier for me to go into other people's lives and be able to tell everybody, hey, I love telling all of y'all, hey, when you're somewhere else. And I hope I don't bother y'all all the time saying hey to everybody, but I just love y'all knowing that I saw you and thinking about you and saying hey, because I am. Well, thank you, Marianne. I've got one or two of yours. I've got y'all. Let me tell y'all what I do. Y'all that have channels and think I'm not watching, I am, but I watch y'all on my TV. Now it'll let me like a video, but I can't comment or do anything else. So, and a lot of times watching it on the TV, I forget to comment. I mean, to hit the like button, I can't comment. So I go back then on my phone and I think, okay, I got to catch up with these videos and these videos. And I'm sorry, but and y'all don't see me on your subscription unless there's a app that'll let you see because I've got my settings private. But I'm there, trust me. I think all of y'all I'm subscribed to, and thank you, Jennifer. I figured that all of y'all just have to. You do the same, Marianne. We're good. Mine's what a Samsung Smart TV, and it'll let me pick up anything on YouTube. The videos to watch. Latoya, hey, hello, hello. How are you today? I'm so glad you stopped by to see us. But I do. I watch, because if I'm sitting here crocheting, I can't even. I've tried putting the computer up, and but it starts to fall off the edge of my chair, and all that good stuff. So I just turn on the TV, and my thoughts always is, I'll go right back and comment and like if I didn't like it on the TV, the videos. But then I don't, because I start watching every other one and I just don't do it. But I'll get around to you. I promise. I'll do my best. How about that? Heather, did you say that Yarny Zebra is going on live? Is this a regular time for her? I looked around to try to see. I know Jan that Granny D goes to is on, but like D says, she's on for hours. And I couldn't find her before. So I started looking around and didn't see any lives that, but I didn't know if anybody had one like that came on at 5, and if I'm running over somebody, if y'all want to go to a regular live you go to, then that's fine. I just thought I'd hang out with y'all for a little bit longer, and then but if y'all need to go, I understand completely. Oh yeah, Tony, I heard that you had said something in D's about just having to. I'm reading your comment now. I missed it there. I know it, and I've been so upset because I hadn't been able to hold my grandbaby, my little girl, Hazel. She's Monday's her birthday. If y'all hadn't heard, she's gonna be a year old. I think Mr. Knott came in, but I told him I was going live, so he'll probably stay in the back of the house or something. I know, Kelly, But I feel so bad when I miss people. And okay, it's not a regular time. Well, if any of y'all, like I said, I understand. Oh, yes, Karen, grandbabies. See, my grandbabies, the older ones are 15, 14, and 12, and we haven't had a baby in the family till Hazel came along. So, oh, Kelly, I told Mr. Knott what you said yesterday. He laughed at you. He's got it the other night. I always take the phone back when we start to bed on Wednesdays and Sundays and listen to you after I get in the bed, and he goes right to sleep. But I'll put the phone down and listen to you while I'm getting dressed, and he'll go, what's Kelly saying? And I'll go, good, it's Kelly tonight. So he's doing better. Well, I don't want to touch this and go back up and knock y'all all around, but I'm going to see here what I missed. Yeah, Leanne, but I hate to feel like I'm stepping on somebody's lives when. Oh, Rebecca, are you leaving? Well, I appreciate you coming by so much. And hugs to you too. Well, Cynthia, you got to go too. That's fine. I appreciate you coming by, all of y'all. I appreciate y'all being here so much. Okay, well, please do, because I always, when I read y'all's comments, I feel like we've just had a nice chat together and I love it. So I always love seeing y'all. Oh, goodness, you hadn't seen most of the family, Tony. That's terrible. I do, at least. I'm blessed. I have most of my family right here around me, close with just in a few miles. Oh, Leanne, I'll tell y'all right quick. The rest of the family's not supposed to know. I went over there the other day and I made me a nice little sheet to cover me up. And I picked that baby up for about 2 seconds and gave her a hug. I couldn't stand it any longer. So her mama was like, no, 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 Nana, if you get the coronavirus. So I said, I'm not getting the coronavirus. I'll pray that I'm not getting it. And I pray I'm not giving it to her, but I haven't seen anybody but Mr. Knott. So, and I gave her a quick hug. So, and then we got to sit in the yard and she was running around playing. I love seeing her. But poor little thing, she just looks at both of us, and I haven't went over to see her as much because she looks like, why aren't you picking me up? Pick me up right now. And it breaks my heart. So I just, her mama will FaceTime me and, right, hugs and cries. That's but, you know, I just said, well, oh, she's not feeling well. Well, I hate that, but at least I'm not keeping some of her people away from her. I'm thankful. Oh, I heard you say that before, Leanne, about your grandson or one of the grandbabies just running and jumping. And that's, if Hazel was just a little bit older, but her mama and then brought her over to the house. It's probably been a month ago now. And she was out there. That was when she was just learning to walk, and she was toddling around out there. And my husband and I, Mr. Knott and I both were standing there, and she kept trying to walk up to us and would look up, and it just broke my heart. I told my daughter, I said, I'm going in the house because I can't stand this anymore. I love all of y'all, but she's going to break my heart. So, but she's just looked at us like, then she turned around. It was so funny that day that before I told my daughter I was going in, I was just like, let me have that baby for just a minute. My daughter was like, no, 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 no. And Hazel just kept looking over at me like, Nana. And so I was to the point of like, give me that baby. So then Hazel, every time I'd say something to her, she'd put her head down on her mama's shoulder like, you wouldn't pick me up. So that's when I said, I'm going in the house. But that's, I just thought, well, and had to swear I wouldn't tell any of the rest of the family because my daughter was like, all I'm going to be trying, and, we don't need to be everybody. We've got to stay our distance and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I understand, but Nana needs to hold the baby. Oh, my youngest son, he came in the other day. They hadn't been coming in the house at all. We've just been meeting up out on our carport and talking to him. Well, he came in the other day because he was bringing some of the groceries in, and he turned around and he said, Mama, don't you think it'll be okay if I give you one hug? And I just thought, yes, it'll be okay. And now he's about 6'2", almost 300 pounds, and he just grabbed me and put those arms around me and hugged me. And I was like, yes, I feel so much better hugging my kids. Oh, man. I know it. That's what I just want to cry. Well, Mary Ann, that's, good and bad, I guess, come with all things. No, it's been hard enough, Karen, like on all of us that I told my older kids, my 14-year-old grandson's just like my son. He just, every time he would come in the door, he'd come right in and hug me. And the older one, it was sometimes, and, love you, Nana. He's got a little too old, I guess, to hug Nana like, but the 14-year-old just, and he sat out there one day and he said, Nana, how much longer have we got to do this? And I was like, I don't know. So let's find something happier to talk about. Cry about my grandbabies and all. But, well, hey, Miss Southern Belle, hello, hello. So glad you're here. I just did a little impromptu live and came on and just decided I'd talk to whoever came by. If y'all hadn't hit the thumbs up, please do. I'm doing great today. I just decided it was time to do a live. I've kept thinking that maybe on Tuesdays I would do one at some point in time, maybe in the afternoon, but I don't know, when. Yeah, you kind of have to break that 6 feet every now and then. But we've done really good. Like I said, I've been talking to all of my kids outside and grandchildren, and it's just been terrible. But they've been out and about, and my Mr. Knott and I have not been. Yeah, Heather is a rebel going out in the car with everybody and going to Wendy's and McDonald's. You went to two places. But y'all, I'm sorry I'm Lindy. Y'all, I'm sorry. I keep saying I'm sorry for everything, but I wish I could see a little better. As soon as I can, go get my eyes checked. Oh goodness, I have not been to Walmart, Tony. I don't want to go. Oh, I can understand, Sandra. Yes. And that's the bad thing about this virus. These people are laying in there and no family. And I mean, I know the nurses are being as good as they can to them, but none of their family can come in. And y'all, I believe I just have to be tearing some doors and walls down if, you know, and I know they might be locking me up somewhere, telling me that I'm banned from the hospital if something happened to one of mine. But it would just be, ooh, that'd be terrible. I don't even want to think about it. It's bad enough, in the hospital, if you're not doing good anyway, you want somebody and some of your family and the ones you love so much to come by. I mean, I know last year, every time one of them, even though I was worn out, when my kids would come by and just, stay with me a few minutes, that was better than anything. Okay, Kim, about the ribbon yarn I got yesterday. Oh, yes. Walmart's not where I want to go either. Oh, I know, Tony. It's terrible. Let me try not to knock y'all around. Am I going to crochet it, Kim? Where did you go? I made you go away. I'm sorry. Now I got you back. I tried it and it'll crochet and it crochets, you know. Okay, Carol, I appreciate you so much coming by and staying with me. Um, Let me show y'all what I did and talk about a yarn bar, whatever. I went to find the middle of this, and all of this just came, and I still didn't ever find the middle of it. So I started from the outside, and I started a circle, and I was doing it with too big of a hook. I forgot which size I used, but I got a J hook, and then I started just doing some rows right there, and it does good. And I tell you, it's not. It says it's a jumbo 6, but this is really, it's really kind of thin. Uh, I mean, when you crochet and it wads up, it's a 6, I'm sure. But I've thought about laying two of them flat, just let it hold it where it'll run flat together, and then just whichever way it crochets up. And that would give you a thicker, stronger, for, excuse me, for, can't talk, for a mat or a rug. it'll be fine to do this and, it lay down, but it's not like if you were going to do that the side of a basket or something, it's not sturdy enough, I guess is what I'm trying to say, to stand up. And I don't know exactly what size hook to get it where it would be a tighter, because it is thick enough to need a larger hook, but I don't know. I just started playing with it, so yeah, that's what it is, Lynn. Well, most of the time, and especially the ice yarns, are kind of like the t-shirt, Sandra, but it's I doubt seriously y'all can. It'll. It's kind of like it's braided. Uh, you've seen, but it's kind of like you could put something in between it too, and it'd fluff up and be a big tube of yarn. Well, now what I did was I started the circle to see how a circle. If I start to do a mat, from a circle and do a round one first was what I was thinking, and then with the hook I was doing, there was too big of holes in there, so I went down a hook. I went to a. I don't think I went. I think I went to a 6.5 right here, and then I went to a J hook up here. So, it's still got the holes in it, and I'm not sure. I'm gonna play with it some more till I figure out exactly what. There's 164 yards in this, and to be a jumbo 6, that's a lot of yards. So I feel like, and I got 2, 4, 6. I got the blue and the light yellow, 2 of the pink, and 2 of these dark yellow, or either 2 of the, whichever. I got 2 and 2, and then 2 different colors. So I just was going to play with it, and I'm going to go back and order some of the other colors now, after I played with this for a little while. Yeah, I think this would make a good basket. If you just got to figure out kind of what size hook you want to use. And uh, I think I did. Yeah, I did these in half double crochets. A single crochet would probably look a lot better. Of course, doing a single crochet all the time. Yeah, Sandra, I would, if I had actually started this to do, I just crocheted this. I'm going to take all this out. I just crocheted it to come up. But yeah, if I was crocheting, like if I was going in the round, I'd go in the back loop to make it. And, and of course that would help make it stand up. But, and in a single crochet, I'm sure, well, I know we'd have to. A single crochet would make it look a lot better. So yeah, I do, at least, Kelly. Have to play with decide what I'm gonna do with it, and especially if it's a new yarn. What all y'all been saying? Okay, Heather. I've got, yes. It is a big elephant straw, and it's got fluffies on. Sharon, have you got to go? That's fine. I appreciate so much you being here. I appreciate all of y'all. Still, let me see right quick what. Nah, every time I go to crochet, I go to do it with a. I didn't even come back and try to do this in a single crochet. I was just doing half double crochets. Marianne, this came from ice. It's an ice yarn. It's called ribbon, cotton ribbon yarn. I took the band away from it. But it's 100% recycled cotton. And I've been wanting to make some. Oh, you're still here, Sharon? Okay. It should be, well, okay. We were all getting rid of you and didn't mean to. Hey, Shell. I almost missed you. Well, good. I'm glad. Oh, I know. It's sunny down here. And my husband, if you haven't ever ordered ice yarn, let me tell you, I used to look at the ice yarn site and I would put stuff in my cart and I would go, woo, that's just too high of shipping. But I started ordering some. Okay, Trish. I started ordering some ice yarn and I found out even with their shipping, they come back cheaper than a lot of the other yarn companies, because the yarn is absolutely cheaper, per ball, and a lot of the balls are smaller. But if you compare, one of these balls, and I don't know the exact price, but I know the Gazelle, the whatever, the GAZZEL in it from Hobium, they've got a yarn that's like the Rock Star, or whichever one Ice has, that's the shiny. And they've got one, and they are either right at $2 or just a little bit higher than $2. And these were, just a second. Let me see right quick if I can find it. I did. I found it. This was $8.99 for an 8-pack. So that's just a little over $1 a piece. And it's the same yardage as in those little balls from Hobium, but you're paying twice. And if you don't buy $150 worth of yarn to get the free shipping, their shipping's pretty high. I mean, it's not maybe as high as Ice is, but Ice's products are cheaper. And I've done a little comparison and I've just averaged it out, and Ice does come out to be cheaper for the things I've bought now, because I've bought from Hobium too, and I love Hobium's yarn. But well, Shell, that's fine. You have a wonderful weekend and get out in the sun, okay? Noni May, hey, I thought you had been ignoring me. I've said hey to you so many times, and I've looked back and I haven't seen you say hey to me. That's my mad face, y'all. Jennifer, are you leaving too? Y'all, I've lost track of, and I hate to go back because I'm afraid I'm going to knock y'all off the table. But in reality, I used to think not. I used to think that, Ice's shipping was so high. And I imagine if you get up to the $150 mark where you're buying $150 worth of yarn from ice, and you have to put the shipping on top of that. Now that may come out to where the shipping's way too high, but I don't ever buy, you know, with the shipping and all on it, it comes out to be around, I usually from $40 to $50, because I hadn't bought this last one, was more than that, because I bought more yarn. But still, it comes out, everything that I've ordered so far, in comparison to some of the other yarns that yarn companies have that are like the, and I'm not just, this is one of them I know. The Gazelle has the solid colors in this kind of shiny yarn. I'm not sure the fiber, the what all it's made of. There's I've got, it's not, that's the rock star is the ice. I'm trying to think something like rock stars, what theirs is called. But it's cheaper. I mean, just that's from my experience, what I've ordered, and, you know, me not paying. Maybe if I had enough yarn that I wanted at one time, or if I saved up just to get it to order, you know, $150 to get free shipping from Hobium, you could pick out most of the yarns and maybe it would be cheaper. But if you're going to buy less than $150 and pay Hobium shipping on there too, you're paying more for the yarn to begin with, and then you're going to pay, you know, the shipping's going to be close to what ice yarns is, so you've paid a higher price. If that makes, if I'm saying any of that right. Well, I'm sorry, Noni, what all have you been saying? I've been running my mouth. You fell off a table. How in the world did you do that? Karen. Yeah, well, Forever Froggin, Natalie, hello, hello. How are you today? And what you been up to? Well, Noni, there ain't no use in you being ornery. Why? Oh, I have days when I'm just as ornery as can be. And no use in it, though. Only hurt you in the long run. I'm going to just give you a little. But I don't know what in the world, what were you doing on top of a table? I missed that part. Y'all, I've lost the. Natalie, did you tell me what you're doing today? I'm the YouTube police. What all are y'all doing? I'm doing a couple rows here in a single crochet to see. Trish, are you leaving? Well, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it so much. And I hope I hadn't been ignoring. Before coffee, that's. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm pulling this too tight. That might be my thing here. I was trying to do just a single crochet along here and see how that. Yeah. See the top little right there on top single. It'd work better if you work it up, I'm sure, in the single, because the half doubles are going to give you too big of a space. Anyway, I like it. I'm going to play with it. Now, who is... I'm sorry, I can't. Thank you, Kelly. I can't, I'm sorry. Don't know how to pronounce your name. J.E. Do initials here. Do you craft? Yeah, mod your eyes there. Thanks. Oh, that sounds good, Leanne. How long have I been on here? An hour and 1 minute. Well, I started running my mouth. My family, Noni, is good. Just having a fit, not being able to be around that grandbaby. But we had a long talk about that. We almost cried, so we don't go into that again. Mm-mm-mm. Well, y'all, I've kept y'all, I guess, long enough. I'm sure there's some other people on, and I don't want to, like I said, I didn't mean to jump on. And oh, I know, Noni, if you don't have those grandbabies. Yes, Natalie, I got this rockabilly color. Do you see that? It's a purple and a light purple and a white. This is pretty, and it's soft. It's made out of this tinsel. On my video, I tell y'all about that. And polyamide, and it's, I bet when, I don't know how it's so silky and satiny, I don't know how it's going to be to crochet, but I'll start crocheting something and let y'all know, because that is, I've crocheted with some silk yarn before, and I don't know if that feels a lot like it, and it's, you kind of have to be careful with that. But well, y'all, I'm so glad that all of y'all came today, and I appreciate y'all so much. I really, really do. And I will figure out a time, hopefully sometime in the near future, that I can get on. And if y'all let me know maybe later in the comments if y'all think Tuesdays and what time might be a good time. But I would just, I'd love to be able to come on at least once a week. So maybe twice sometimes, who knows. But I enjoyed it so much, and I appreciate y'all so much, so very, very much for coming. And y'all just keep all of the prayers that Dee mentioned, the people that need prayers, and y'all just, well, I'm gonna do my best, Sandra. I enjoyed y'all being here, and I'm new at going live. I've only had a few before, as y'all some of y'all that's been with me and but as I tell y'all all the time, you got to keep coming back, because I will, if the good Lord's willing, be here, y'all. And y'all all take care. And I do love you all. And I appreciate you so much for being here. And I will see you later. Bye, everybody.